The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmadullah Samate, said on Saturday that the National Audit Office failed to adequately capture in its final report the Ministry's response to the audit queries in an earlier engagement report. Now, Dr. Samate claimed the National Audit Office also ignored the Ministry's advice to consult a World Bank official working with the Ministry who helped in the procurement of ambulances and medical equipment from Turkey somewhere in 2020. Mahfoud Sise has the rest of that.
The Health Ministry in Banjul, following the outbreak of COVID-19, made purchases of medical items from Turkey. Minister Samate, in his own words, says his ministry's response to the auditor's publicized report does not mean he did not like to be audited, but has this to say.
The audit report and the context are not explained to the general public, thereby giving perceptions of wrongdoing and fraud to the general public, and none of this has been proven in the report. This is exemplified by the QTV news presenter who concluded after the presentation of the report by saying, "Unfortunate." If such a television presenter could say such, one just wonders what the ordinary person will be thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, it saddens me to say here that there was a lot of ill will in the audit process and the final audit report. The audit process was carried out by 3 young auditors who came in with a lot of arrogance as they worked with some of our staff. They demonstrated a lot of arrogance to our permanent secretary, who was their principal partner in the audit process. This made us believe that they came in with a preconceived position and mindset, making them neglect the explanation and management responses. An example is in trying to prove a case.
Dr. Samate disagreed with the audit conclusions that health procurements and the distributions of medical items were not conducted in all material respects per the government of the Gambia regulations, World Bank procurement requirements, operating procedure manual, and stores regulations.
They decided to quote an individual whose position in a contrast committee meeting was similar to theirs, ignoring the comments of the majority of the contract committee members for making a particular decision. Contract committee makes a decision that the ministry thinks we should abide by, but because one of them or two think similar to what the auditors think, they decided to quote that in their report and ignore the majority, the view of the majority who made that decision. It is also puzzling why an audit process of this nature and magnitude, involving millions of dollars.
Samate asked that the NAO audit exercise be reviewed in the light of the ministry's observations mentioned in its response to the management report and the additional information available, which the auditors did not consider. To Samate, it is a dismay to leave millions of dollars in the hands of young auditors. Samate says his ministry has suggestions and recommendations.
Are prejudiced already from their approach. It is very unfortunate that the very senior auditors will rather sit in the office or go to audit embassies in London, Washington, or Saudi Arabia than taking the lead in this very important local national exercise. This, we believe, has led to the subjective nature of the audit process and the audit report. We therefore have recommendations, suggestions. We appreciate the importance of audit processes in ensuring accountability and good governance.
Samate went on to say that auditors should not abuse their powers.
Must be fair, free of prejudice and ill will, because people believe auditors. Audit reports should be objective and subjective. Should be objective and not subjective, rather. Audit reports should be objective and not subjective. Because when they put up the report, everybody was saying, what is happening? What is happening? That's the power that the auditors have. People don't even want to hear the other side. They don't want to know the background because they believe what auditors say is sacrosanct. So that is why audit reports should be without ill will and prejudice. So we therefore recommend for the National Audit Office to have more senior experienced auditors handle large and complex audit exercises. 2, for the auditors.
For Eyeafrica TV, I am Mafuji Sise.